Well, this is the sad reality of Nigeria democracy. That while you think you are running away from the judiciary, you're actually playing into the hands of the executive. And of course, you are running away from the executive, you're actually playing into the hands of the judiciary. And of course, running away from the judiciary and the executive, you are playing into the hands of the legislature. This is still serious matters here at Tony TV, just showing a reality of what Nigeria democracy looks like. And of course, it's so sad how much Nigerians are being eaten up by all the different arms of government that we depend on to be. And of course, look at what happens at the end of the day. This is the reality of what happens. Nigeria gets nothing at the end of the day. Nigerians get nothing at the end of the day. And now we're heading for a nationwide strike that is supposed to commence on the 3rd of October 2023. And of course, there have been several talks, and it has become a custom that once the Nigerian Labour Congress says they want to go on national strike, a complete shutdown, then they say, let us talk. And of course, when they talk, nothing happens again until when next they say we're going on strike. And for how long do we want to do that? I've heard very, very sad and pathetic stories of people who find it very hard to get home, to go back home. So now people go to work on Mondays and return home on Friday. They sleep in the office, they bathe in the office, they just because they can't afford transportation back home. All prices gone up, taxes gone up, dollar, nothing to write home about. And here we are. The minimum wage that is pegged at 30,000 naira is not even being paid by some governments or some state governors. It's terrible and it's sad that a government could come into power and take out, subsidy just like that without any plan. Any plan. People have got so much, some ridiculous, palliatives in quotes. Having 2 cups of rice, for how long will that go? 2 cups of rice and 500 naira. Please, how does that cushion the effect of subsidy removed? I've said times and again, I don't believe in the removal of subsidy because there is no country in the world where things are not being subsidized. There is no place in the world. Everywhere you see our people run into today have things being subsidized in those places. And so there is nothing wrong with it being for our fuel to be subsidized. However, instead of taking out subsidy, why not take out the scam and the corruption in the subsidy? You are only saying to us that you are incompetent and you are unable to deal with corruption. That is simply what it means. Because I do not, you can see the hardship that the removal of subsidy had brought upon Nigerians. Even for 4 months now, it's terrible. It's been like it has grounded a number of persons. People have lost their jobs, and it's just so sad. People can't pay their children's school fees. People can't pay for their rent anymore. It's so sad. It's so unfortunate that Nigerians have always been at the receiving end. They are the ones that has to pay for everything. Then our president comes up in July and said, telling us that we are the ones to pay the sacrifice. Why they still go home with their jumbo package? The legislatures, the senators, the House of Rep members, the governors still go home with their jumbo packets. They still drive, so they still drive bulletproof cars, run into millions, hundreds of millions of naira. And yet you say we, who are paid 30,000 naira minimum wage, who don't even get the payment, we are the ones that are to pay the sacrifice. But we'll see how this pans out because it's only a matter of time. You push a dog to the wall or you push a goat to the wall, somehow it will turn around and tell you, look, we cannot continue like this. And that is the truth. Someday, and I believe it's just around the corner, Nigerians will wake up to the reality of a good life. Nigerians will wake up to a life better than what we have today. Well, this is still serious matters here at Onif TV. Like this short video I showed you just by the side here. Um, you realize that while you are running away from the judiciary, you are playing into the hands of the executive. You're running away from the executive, you play back into the hands of the judiciary. And while you run away from both of them, the legislature, eats you up. And of course, before you realize it, you are empty. You have nowhere to run to. Of course, they say the court is always the common man's hope, but not in Nigeria. Not in Nigeria. where somebody who steals 1 billion naira, does a plea bargain, and of course he says, I'll pay 500 million naira back, and they say go home. That's okay. But then the one who steals 10,000 naira goes to jail. What a nation. Well, just the reality of Nigeria democracy. This is still serious matters here at ONIF TV. Share your opinions, drop a comment, and happy weekend. Well, we're heading for Independence Day tomorrow. Well, there's no independence anywhere. So I don't see any independence celebration happening anywhere. Nigeria is 63, and then Nigeria is not yet crawling. So we have a bigger issue at hand. It's not about celebrating independence. It's about getting to know what our problem really is and getting to solve it. Well, please do share our videos or that drop a comment, make them simple and simple. Let us know what your opinions are. God bless you.